The following segment is sponsored by Daniel A. White and Associates. It does not necessarily reflect the views of WDEL or Forever Media. Rick Jensen on 1150 AM, 1017 FM, WDEL.
So I've actually been a client of Dan White for many, many years and quite pleased. Saved me a lot of money, especially listening to him and getting his advice throughout 2021, right? So 2020, a lot of things changed with the IRS and your IRAs and such, and it all flipped back like a rubber band in 2021. At least most of it seems to have anyway. But then we're heading for inflation. And now there are some economists also pointing towards a recession. And if you're within like 15 years of retirement, you got to be thinking, what do I do? Right? If you've got another, 30 years or so, I guess you could probably ride this out. But I'm not the expert. On the phone right now is Andrew Wood. He's an expert. He's with Dan White and Associates on the Middletown office. Andrew, thanks for being on.
Thanks for having me, Rick.
No, I appreciate. I always like our conversations. What are your clients right now most worried about? What are they talking to you about?
Yeah, it's funny, Rick. I've been in this business. I started actually September the 11th of 2006.
Wow.
It's almost 16 years. I know we've met. Hopefully, I look a little bit younger than my actual age itself. But
I'm not carding you. It's okay.
It's amazing though. I really think about some of the conversations that I've had since being in this business, and there was a quote that really hit me really early in my career. Guy's actually named Nick Murray. He's a financial expert. Been in this business for a very, very long time. But the quote was really, the main goal for retirees is to retire with dignity and independence. So I thought it was a little bit fitting today, especially, we're coming into 4th of July, Independence Day. And obviously, those goals can be a huge challenge, especially for, what we've seen within the retirement landscape, what's happened over the last 20, 30, even 40 years and beyond. Obviously, pensions have nearly disappeared. People have concerns about Social Security. I don't know if you're aware of this, but it's about 20% of baby boomers have less than $5,000 saved for their retirement.
Damn, no, I had no idea. Say that again? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's about 20% of baby boomers have less than $5,000 saved up for their retirement.
All right, now, I would be losing sleep.
Probably, yeah. I mean, even if you do have money saved up, and I think, again, the challenge, when you think about it, dignity, independence, it's over half of people don't know how much they even need to have to retire. So even if you have money saved up, how can you truly retire comfortably and with independence if you don't even know if you have enough saved up?
I saw another survey, not a study, but a survey, Andrew, and it was the respondents were baby boomers, and they asked different levels of comfort. The majority felt like if they have $750,000, well, I think I'll be okay. And the ones who had over $1 million said, oh, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be fine. So considering, I know we have inflation now, possible recession the fourth quarter or next year, but what do you think the goals really should be? Or is it impossible to say what that goal is because you don't know about the individual's life?
No, and that's exactly it. It's really about developing a plan. It's really hard to develop a plan when you don't know, what you need. Specifically what we do, we specialize in retirement income planning. So, figuring out exactly what you need in terms of your income, what your expenses look like. I'll tell you one of the biggest challenges that I feel like I run into is either you don't know what the expenses are, or a lot of times people underestimate their expenses. Right, so we're planning for something, and next thing you know, they actually need a lot more than what they originally had thought. But you got to develop a plan, figuring out what somebody does need, and then once you figure out what you need, you got to develop a plan to get you what you need, and you have to be comfortable with that plan as well. So a lot of times that means whether it's sitting down with someone. I don't know how anyone can truly retire comfortably with dignity and independence without sitting down with someone to kind of go through their situation. I see a lot of people, especially now, that they have been working with someone, but they aren't quite comfortable with, what's been going on and what's been going on with their plan. And, in those types of situations, getting a second opinion is obviously, very valuable, just to make sure whether or not they are on that correct path for them.
That's the best approach. I mean, I've been talking to folks. As you know, I was in this business briefly for about 5 years back 1990s, and that's always the best approach. So I recommend you give them a call at 888-690-8820. Talk to Andrew, the Middletown office, 888-690-8820. On the Money Show, Dan White hosts On the Money Sunday mornings at 7. And, man, I know he's coming in to do the show tomorrow, work on the show tomorrow. So I don't know how he's going to follow up, because the last 2 weeks he had Ed Slott, CPA, president and founder of Ed Slott Company. This is like the nation's #1 leading source of accurate, timely IRA expertise. And they do amazing analysis for financial advisors like this guy, Andrew Wood, and others too. Also institutions, consumers like you and me, the media. I've never talked to him on the air, but he's been named the best source for IRA advice. And I don't know how Dan's going to follow up, but we'll hear Sunday morning at 7 o'clock. Andrew, any last words, sir?
No, that's it. Happy 4th of July. Enjoy the long weekend when we get there.
Yeah, you too. Take care, buddy. Thank you.